All right, it's been a few weeks since I got here, and it's amazing how much progress has been made. I mean, the hull and deck were just joined, and the bulkheads were in, and the floors. But it's been a lot of work done while I've been here. What was really cool was laying out all of this with cardboard and seeing how the spacing would work and being able to walk through it before things were put in. You can only do so much when you're looking at renders. For instance, we had this a little different, and once we had some structure up, you could see how it would work better a different way, and we're able to change it. So it's such a crucial process, and there's a huge benefit that that St. Francis Marine wants you to come here and see your boat roughly in this stage, so they can lay out the interior just how you want it. The galley is very similar to the last couple of hulls. One difference is the type of refrigerator we're going with, and then accommodating the paddleboard actually worked out really well. You can't, they've got this piece out right now to get the final finish on it, but it didn't affect the shape of the galley much at all. The microwave is going to go right here. You lose one cabinet because of this much larger window. Boy, it's totally worth it. You've got so much cabinetry in here, and what you get instead here is a view out on the water from the sink. It's really a brilliant change. Overall, all the windows are much bigger. Really excited about this nav station where you can sit with two people and look at the instruments together. No, I think the light's fine. The lithium-ion batteries are going to go here. There's going to be 3 banks. We're going to leave open room for a 4th in case we need that expansion. So all this is a back right here. This is the leather settee. You got a table that drops down to form a day bed. Here in South Africa, they call them Christmas beds, which I really like. Down below, this has all been in. They've got it out for finish. A lot of the work is being finalized now. Has some cabinets here, a hanging locker, and a dresser. In here, more lockers across the top, open shelves on either side, and then a dresser here, some more hanging on this side, and cabinets there. You can see the master stateroom. The bathroom, got all kinds of storage in here. All that furniture is going in. There's a nice large cabinet that goes there to hold towels and toiletries. Huge shower. It's going to get a big rain shower head plus a traditional nozzle. There'll be a 2-person bench that folds down here, and a washing machine right through that cabinet. Emergency hatch, the one across the way. That's a great thing to have open when you're at shower anchor. I can tell you from experience, it's just so nice to have that breeze coming into the shower. And you've got the overhead hatch as well, so you get great ventilation in there. When I got here, none of this was in. I mean, this is it's not just putting it in; it's bonding it in. This is all structural. Every piece they put in, they don't just tab it. They put 3 layers of fiberglass in there. So every piece of furniture becomes like a ribbing or a strut. This is a child's bed beside the main bed, so you could have another, a pet or a children sleep there. I'll probably use that for storage for cushions when I don't have guests on board. You can see the wider opening. Before, the shape of this opening was like that, even though the compartment had this extra space. So you had volume to the right of where my hand is, but you couldn't slide anything into that volume. So we made that bigger. And now when this floor comes in, which was here, in the previous boats, an entire paddleboard will slide in, go through this bulkhead, and end up behind the TV center. This is a space that was just completely empty before, so it wasn't being used. So not losing any interior volume at all, now you're able to get a paddleboard off the rails. Actually, we're able to fit 2 in here. A very large TV is going here, big entertainment center. love this galley. This is like all the benefits of a galley down, but with the view of a galley up. I mean, you've got all of the security. I mean, this is what a 50-foot boat provides you. When you walk into the saloon, you're not at the back of the boat immediately. You have all this space. Another thing about it might look like the settee got smaller. In fact, it didn't. The settee used to wrap around to here. So what we did basically with this design is took this settee that curved out this way and really made the navigation center much smaller. We took that piece and folded it into the room, basically folded it like this. And the benefit there is all you lose is a little bit of floor space, which you don't need open floor space in a boat. You lose that, but what you gain is the ability to sit across from one another, and you get these square corners for lounging with your back up against a space. You know, you can sit there, you could sit here, you could lay out that way. Before, with this curve, there's really only one place for one person to sit, lounged. I think it's just a much better layout. The thing we changed here, where this was going to come square, now centers the navigation center around the sitting space. One of my pet peeves on the way modern navigation stations work, when we add a laptop, we end up covering up some other instrument. And so what I'm going to do is plan on having a blank space in the instrument panel where the laptop screen will open into. Down here, again, copious storage space. This is all pantry. This is mostly going to be for galley items and food stuff, dry goods. Deep freezer, drop-in freezer goes right here. And this I am really excited about, because this is going to be the tool shop, or the workshop, and the tool storage. Tools will go here, which puts the weight close to the center line and amidship, and it counterbalances some of the battery weight as well, and the dinghy motor, which is on the starboard side. So there'll be a lot of tool use in here. And down here, we're going to have 3 narrow drawers that come out, so we'll be able to keep screwdrivers, wrenches, socket sets, just like you would in a workshop. So it's readily accessible. If you can do that, you're going to do projects more often, and you're going to put your tools back where they belong. So I'm excited to see this, and we're able to do that without losing a stateroom. You know, one of the temptations with these custom boats is to have an owner's hull, which is what I thought I wanted. But when you look at a 50-foot boat, now you have enough space to have a home office, which is what we have here with this large nav station. You have enough space for a galley up with wraparound, so you're secure and protected. And you have enough space for a workshop and a drop-in freezer without giving up your staterooms. It might be very rarely that I have 8 people or 10 people on the boat, but the fact that I can is an enormous benefit. A lot of the other boats I looked at, I was not going to have that. This is the kind of the VIP, this forward port. You've got, again, just too much storage really on this boat. You have to fight the temptation not to fill it. There's nothing wrong with an empty stateroom. That means speed. Big sail locker. This shower is not as deep as the other one, and that gives you an access hatch into this massive locker up here. These bulkheads, this is all watertight, so you could stove in the hull below the waterline here, and the water will not get over this, so you will not sink the boat. And that is true for the engine rooms as well. So you could lose your sail drive, and this is watertight, higher than the waterline. So a lot of safety built in. The generator will go back there, and the main engine here. The genset's going to be a DC generator, a little lighter, quieter, more efficient, more fuel efficient. And it's on this side again to help counterbalance the outboard on the dinghy. On this side, on the other side, on the starboard aft cabin, you have the child's bed. Here you have a large double door storage bin. I'm going to use this for spares and long-term storage of large, not heavy items like shop vac and air filters, fuel filters, oil filters, things like that, all organized in bins. These are beautiful. These lift up hatches, so when your guests come and visit, they can put their books and their personal items in here. I'm going to have an outlet inside this one so that they could plug in their phone or their iPod and leave it inside the bin charging. Keep things very neat. I don't know how you would ever fill all this storage. And again, leaving it empty means the boat is light, has volume, has rigidity. Nothing wrong with an empty compartment on a boat. This will all be hanging locker and some shelves for the aft starboard stateroom. Manual bilge pump is getting moved to this side. It's normally right here, but to make room for the drawers, for the tools, we're just moving the manual bilge pump there. There'll be cabinets cut into here, which usually hold the manuals for the boat. A work light over the tool bench, and also in this corian countertop, we're going to insert some threads, some bolts that are countersunk into the countertop, and you'll be able to mount a vise right here and have space to bend items or to work on things. There'll be an outlet here for a soldering iron if you're doing some work on some electronics. Drop-in trash can takes a full-size garbage bag right here. I think one or both of the sinks gets a cutting board top that you can lift out and use as a cutting board. Right here is a dish dryer. It's a door you open up, you put your dishes down in a rack to dry out of sight rather than on the counter. It's a brilliant little touch. And you can't believe how much this storage holds right across here. All your flatware and cups and coffee mugs and wine glasses, all of that can fit in these cubbies and then some. And then here you've just got a huge cupboard. It's really amazing amount of space. Refrigeration in this bin. Again, I think I've shown this before, but we've squared these corners up in the cockpit seating. Much more comfortable for laying with your back one way, or just makes the whole cockpit feel larger without sacrificing any functional volume. There's nothing in those spaces beforehand. These bins have now been enclosed. You can put scuba tanks. The thinner scuba tanks will fit in here. And this is new. Last time I was here, this portal had not been cut out, so you see some of the light going in there. That's where the paddleboard goes. And then the dinghy will sit on chocks on an extended teak platform that comes out about to right here. So you got this great back porch on the boat when the dinghy is launched, and when it's not launched, it's sitting on something hard. A huge stainless steel member curves over here, and it's nice to have the dinghy not dangling. And then right here, we're going to have a davit, a crane, kind of like you would see on the bow of a sport fish, and that'll be used for launching the dinghy. Access for the top of the rudder post for manual steering. This was a nice little addition. This is going to be a folding footrest, which just make cruising a little more comfortable. It folds up out of the way so you can stand here, and then folds down so you have a place to rest your feet. See, the fuel tanks are in. They divide each side up into two in order to fit them into the space, but then they're joined. But then you can use each of these pairs of two as a separate fuel tank. Anchor locker. This is the hatch for the forward shower for the master. And there she is. This is, what is it, the 16th of May. We're looking at probably August, putting her in the water. There'll be some work still to do then, but we'll have a month or two to sea trial it and get it all ready for the Cape Town Boat Show. And then head across to the Caribbean and then the Miami Boat Show. So, looking forward to it. Cannot wait to see this baby in the water. All right, thank you guys. Next time I do a video like this, it'll be the final product.